This car is gonna sell like crazy.
I definitely think the new suspension helps a lot. She's a door slut. I think the newest Tesla is always the best Tesla.
It's probably true. Are we allowed to say what Lars said today?
Sure. What did Lars say today?
At the Q&A.
What did he say?
I asked. So behind me, I have the brand new Model YL that just launched in North America. One of the first to drive it today. If you would like a full walkthrough of this car in comparison to my 2026 Model X, you can reference my other video that's already live. But today we are going to drive it and I'm going to give you my driving impressions. So let's hop in and let's get behind the wheel. All right, so now I'm in the car with my husband, Corey.
Hello, hello.
And we are just going to give you guys our driving impressions. We've been driving it for, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes now in the Hollywood Hills. So just some things we've noticed. Obviously,
driving, not driving.
We're on FSD, so we're not really driving. This is 14.3.7, so an unreleased new version of FSD. These LA roads are trash. Like, LA roads suck. So nowhere better to test a smooth ride in LA. But it feels good. Obviously it doesn't have like the air suspension like my X does, but it doesn't feel, I don't know, that different.
I don't know if like the air suspension is really that much better. I think that this is good. I think most people would be like, this is a pretty comfy ride.
Yeah, very comfy. It feels really good.
One of the things that Lars told us today too is that there's actually a new driving mode inside the dynamics section that kind of shifts the comfort balance towards the rear passengers as well. So
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Let's see what that's called. I think it's in...
Ooh, look at the view. Turn it around.
Beautiful.
I didn't realize we were going to get that view.
Look at that.
That is pretty.
So I don't know if you can see it because I'm flying blind here on my phone, but there is a rear comfort mode. We're going to just turn that on and see if we see anything different.
So
There's
pretty.
Today. Yeah, so around the corners I feel like this is performing very well. Like it feels very similar to a Model Y. Maybe.
Yeah, like exactly.
Yeah.
If anything, just better than a Model Y, right?
I think it's better. Like I definitely think the new suspension helps a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's very smooth.
FSD feels a little bit more, I don't want to say aggressive, but like confident. Like especially around these corners, it's like...
Yeah, you're in Mad Max too.
True. It's not slowing down. I mean, it's slowing down enough, but it's not like... I mean, I guess I don't drive curves very often at home where we live, so maybe that's what I'm noticing.
Well, I think the model is like...
If anything, I'm going to turn it down because I feel like
put it on chill.
I don't really need to be going that fast.
So the model's like tuned depending on like what car you're in. It's going to be a little different.
Yes.
And of course, the Model Y is probably the most driving data out of the entire fleet.
Yeah,
so
and the last time you drove a Model Y on FSD was, I guess, at the last Tesla event.
A couple months ago, yeah. So we drove a Model X and a Cybertruck. Arguably, probably the least amount of driving data probably on those two vehicles. FSD is still amazing, but this feels like...
Compared to like the 3 and the Y.
Better. Yeah.
On that note, I kind of feel like I'm sitting in my X. Like honestly, like sitting here, I got my screen. The space wise, it feels very similar. Having the car drive me around, I mean, yeah, I told Corey, I'm like, I kind of feel like I'm just in my X. Like,
yeah,
that's the great thing about Teslas is from Tesla to Tesla, they all kind of feel similar. There's definitely differences. Probably the most noticeably different is driving a Cybertruck because of all-wheel steer, but I think that's the beauty of the fleet is if you have a 3 and then you drive a Y as a rental car or whatever, it's like negligible difference. Like it feels like you're in a Tesla.
There's a couple nice new creature comforts though in this vehicle that I don't think are in any of the
Let me
other
tell
ones.
them.
Okay, you tell.
The headrest is amazing. I love it. I feel like I'm on this, like, the first time I set my head back, I was like, oh, I literally said to Corey, I'm like, this headrest is amazing. It's like this beautiful, cushy pillow. And it's so nice. And it's definitely the comfiest head area of any Tesla. The seats are very comfortable too. We were noticing they hug you like just enough. Like they're not too sporty, not too huggy, but just a little bit. I think those seats are very comfortable.
Very comfy. Yeah. And then depending on your body type, they also have the thigh bolsters, I guess.
Yes.
So
which we
it's
don't
here
really
between
utilize.
your legs.
Because
Yeah,
we're tall.
it doesn't really like affect us, I guess, because our legs are
Long.
taller. I'm not sure like what size you'd have to be to take advantage of that. But I know for some people it was like a hotly anticipated feature.
Yeah.
And what else?
The air ventilation feels good.
Ventilation feels good. It is a little loud, it seems like.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It always is. Yeah, the cabin cooled down quickly. Oh, they added the silver in the roof to help keep it cooler. So when I put my hand up there, it's 90 degrees out, and we've been baking in the pavement filming for hours. And it's really not warm until like you touch the glass. So I do think that is making a difference in keeping the cabin cooler. So I like that. And I think a lot of people who live in really hot climates, that is something that they kind of like worry about in getting a Model Y is, oh, I live in Arizona. Like, is it going to be too hot? And then they tint it.
Yeah, or you get a shade.
Or you get a shade. But I don't think you need to do that with this.
You don't.
Like, this feels great.
Yeah. So one thing they did, obviously, like the rear seats, we could talk about a lot. We haven't ridden back there. But the second row, I think we both found it to be very, very comfortable. Mm-hmm. The seats are a little bit, maybe a little bit wider than the Model X in terms of the bucket seats in the second row. They're also cooled, which is amazing. And I think
I would say most people would find them more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they feel like almost as good as the front row. I would say the biggest thing about the second row seats in the YL is just the flexibility in terms of recline and the maneuverability going back and forth. And you can fold them flat.
Yes, which is huge. And you can fold them flat with one push of a button and fold them up with one push of a button, which I do not have that in my X, and I am a little jealous about that.
Yeah. Something else we liked about this car is the sound system.
Ooh, the sound system is amazing.
Really good.
Like,
yeah. And one of the things that Lars told us today was like they have added the deepest bass ever
of any Tesla.
Yeah. And then
you noticed that like right away with the right song.
It's
the
like,
very first song we played, I was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what they're talking about. I mean, the sound system is always stellar in any Tesla. Like, that's one of the great things about them. You don't have to spend money to upgrade to the Bowers and Wilkins or whatever, but they're always good. There's more speakers in this too, which makes sense because it's a bigger car.
Yeah, so they also added some speakers, I guess, positioned, did he say on the roof for the second row, to help with the audio when you play a video. So they're trying to improve the comfort of the rear passengers a lot in this vehicle. Like, that was a prime objective. And so, yeah, he said, like, when you're watching a show, like a Netflix or whatever, you've got these overhead speakers now in the back.
Yeah.
That really help, like, amplify
Well, and
that
he
experience.
even went as far as to say from the third row, you can, like, talk to Grok, and it should be able to hear you, which is pretty cool.
So
we need to test that.
Microphones back there.
They must.
They have to. Right?
Yeah. They have to. What else?
Speaking of the third row, just like one thing that I didn't hear talked about online, which they were really emphasizing today, was just the additional airbags in the third row.
Yeah.
And
is that even been out much?
I don't know if anyone has.
I wish they had like a crash test video that they showed.
They did. They showed it at the.
I know, but I wish we could show it to everyone.
Well, we
publicly.
Can probably find it. We'll find it and we'll put it here.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen that. It's a really good visualization of where the airbag, because it comes from the side of the seat, which isn't done in like really any other car, they said.
Yeah, so the airbag thing in the third row is definitely hugely important. It's not like a regulation that they were.
Yeah, it's above and beyond.
Like, they've added it. Almost no other car in the market, or they're not aware of any other car in the market that has a third row airbag out of the seats.
They said like we did it.
So I guess the way they explained it, we talked to some of the engineers, was most cars, they take this curtain airbags in the second row and they just extend them a little bit so they shoot a little bit further backwards.
Where this one actually kind of like cradles
the
you around like the side and the front, so you're not like getting whiplash to the side of the seat. Also, the windows in the back, that's like one of the only real reasons you can tell the difference between this and a Model Y is the windows in the back are bigger. But we were commenting it's very, very hard to tell. Like, it looks like the same car almost. It looks good. I was worried it would look weird or like stretched out or something, but no.
The proportions look fine. Like,
proportions look good.
I think you would buy this car and you wouldn't even notice. I think most people would be like, oh yeah, Model Y. And
I think it's like a no-brainer between the two. I mean, how much more is it? If you have any kids, if you have one kid plus, I would say just get the YL. If you have, especially if you haven't, bought a Tesla yet. And I kept telling people who are buying Model Ys, I'm like, you might want to think about waiting. Like, you should wait. Like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I would be kicking myself if I got a Y and the YL came out, but
I actually would take it a step further. I would say, even if you don't have kids,
you just want to,
even if you have adult passengers in your vehicle on a normal basis,
yeah,
not like once a month. If once a month, okay, but like on a regular basis, like at least once a week, this second row experience is incredibly
better. That's
comfortable.
true.
It's so much better.
And the captain's is better than a bench seat, I think.
And especially if you're in a warm climate where you want like cooled seats.
True.
Just having the cooled seats in the second row.
Does the Juniper not have that?
The armrest.
The performance version?
No, this is
that's new. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think this is the first Tesla with cooled seats in the second row. Pretty sure. Correct us if we're wrong in the comments.
They
Cybertruck
will.
doesn't have it. The Model X doesn't have it. The Model S never had it.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm jealous of that. I use my cooled seats all the time in the front row. The other thing, to your point about you should just get it no matter what, if you have the money to do that, more cargo space. Like, you can leave that third row folded down and you can just have extra room for stuff. Everyone needs extra room for stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Costco runs, whatever. Home Depot,
Speaking of more is more, the battery is bigger as well.
Yeah,
so the battery in this car, 25, really?
325.
In terms of miles. But
oh, you mean kilowatt hours?
I mean kilowatt hours.
No, it's not 300 kilo. It's like 80 something.
Yeah, it's like 83.
We can put a comparison.
I think it's 83 usable.
On the screen.
So in terms of the battery, and then it also works with PowerShare. So you can use it as a battery backup for your house.
Yeah.
It can be used with Powerwall, or you can use, there's like an adapter that goes from the charging port, so you can just plug in whatever. So if you are someone who likes to ride an electric bike,
scooter,
or you want to go like fill up your inflatable kayak, or maybe you like to go camping, any of those things you can charge off this car, which is I think you can only do that with the Performance.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
I mean, obviously you can do it on the Cybertruck.
Yeah, we know that.
Because it has the outlets built in, but I think you can only do it on the Performance so far. So it's the Performance and the YL. The regular, the standard, and the long range Model Ys, I don't think.
I feel like the cabin is very quiet.
It really is.
It's a really nice ride.
They said they reduced the wind noise by 25%, which is honestly hard to believe.
Yeah.
But it's very quiet.
It has a better drag coefficient than the Model Y.
Crazy.
I would love to drive this back to back with the Y Premium and see how it compared, because I don't have a lot of experience. Obviously, I drive the X, so I know what that's like, and I would say it's very much the same. It's driving great. Very similar.
So, and your experience in the Model Y was primarily from you
had
a 2022 Model Y.
My older one. I had the OG 7-seater. Yeah. I waited an extra year, almost, for that to come out. Remember? We ordered it, really, and then I really wanted the 7-seater because we were gonna have kids, and I was like, this is before we had kids, and I'm like, I want to wait, and I waited almost like an extra 8 or 9 months. for them to start making that version and it to ship out to me. And then I used the third row like twice, and then we sold the car. So that was a bad decision on our part, but
we didn't need the third row, but it felt like it was nice to have in a pinch.
Yeah. Like if we would have kept it and didn't have the X, I would be happy. Well, I would probably be getting this car, let's be real.
Yeah, you'd be getting this car.
As I've said, like it kind of comes down to the feature, like when you're comparing the X to the YL. Like I guess I'll put it this way. The Y versus the YL, for me, it's a no-brainer. Get the YL. Not only are you getting a bigger, more comfortable car that's not significantly bigger. It's not like you're driving a Tahoe all of a sudden. It's like you're still driving a Y. It still feels easy to drive and park. Even though you're not doing the driving and parking. But you know what I mean. But then it's like, oh, well, do you get a used Model X or do you get a brand new YL? It really comes down to some of those special features that the X has. I mean, it's the doors. It's honestly not even the air suspension at this point. I feel like this is really great, good enough. What else does it have? I mean, slightly more of a premium setup where you have the extra screen. I like that for the blind spot mirror. I mean, you got that here. It's hard. It's a hard buy. It really makes sense, even though I'm so sad that they canceled the X. It makes sense that they did it before they released this car because this was going to monopolize it anyways. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think what you said earlier, that this is 95% of what the X was, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I think that also the X is a more complex vehicle. It's more expensive and it's more complex. There's more things to break. Like those doors, for example, some people in the past have had problems with those.
Yeah.
And
it was the old engineering model where they probably had significantly more parts than how they're doing now with the Model Y. So it's like that's part of the reason why it's so expensive. Yeah. And it's like maybe if they could bring the price down of the X, they could sell more of them. But I think they would do that if they could.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're going to buy a used X, you really got to look at the warranty too, and you got to understand, hey, how much does it cost to replace a windshield? Like if you break a windshield, that's like a couple $1,000 at least on the X. Yeah. Versus this car, it's not. And you got a full warranty. Yeah. Even some things that they added to the X at the last minute. I'm gonna drive it. Okay. She's flooring it. Whoa! I had to do it while I had the space. I saw my window. It was good. Yeah. I mean, it felt great. It felt amazing. I mean, it feels like it fast as a 4.4. It's just under 500 horsepower. I mean, that's better than almost all of its competitors, if not all of his competitors in this space. Yeah. If you're like a car person or a Tesla person and like the Plaid is a big deal to you, I mean, the Model X Plaid is stellar and amazing, and it's literally 1,000 horsepower SUV, and you're not getting that in the YL. So if that makes a difference, I think. But that's not most people. That's not your average. No. Family driver. I think it's crazy that they did the Plaid. I mean, that's like the most insane thing, and it was cool that they showed the world that they could do that. Yeah. But and it has history behind it too. It's these days, Plaid. We're on how much? What's your percentage on FSD? I know. It's got to be like 90% at least. I mean, I don't even like to drive. So I'm like back to FSD already. Who the heck cares? I mean, this is faster than you need. It's plenty fast. It's hard to like pay the extra money. It's a $120,000 car. Yeah, it's crazy. This is a $60,000 car, and it's 95% of what you have. Yeah, 90 to 95%. That's incredible. I mean, the doors. It's for the moms out there. The doors are amazing. Of course. But I think practical when it comes down to an Excel sheet comparing everything, it's like it's hard to say you should. Even if the X was being sold, it would be hard to say, yeah, you should get the X over the Model YL. What do you think about the colors in here, like the new colors? Oh, I really like the Zen Gray. Yeah. It's very fresh. It gives off the vibe of a white interior, but it's not. So I think the parents will like that because I know a lot of people are really hesitant about white seats, even though I tell everyone just get them because they are so durable and they wipe up so well. I mean,
I stepped back in my X and I was like, oh, it's so bright. It's like definitely brighter, that white. But the gray is calming. It's like light, but also kind of like, it is zen.
And it's kind of unique, right? Because this is the only model that comes with.
And it looks very nice with the black and like the silver accents. No, I think it's beautiful.
I have to imagine with the LED lighting at night, it's going to look really cool.
It feels kind of modern. I think the Volvo had this kind of color, if I'm not mistaken, that we just reviewed, and I liked it. And you have the different, you have the fabric, and then you have this. I wish I had the suede headliner. I like a suede headliner. This is kind of...
Yeah, but at least
it's okay. At least it's black, but it's, it's just fabric.
Oh, so one interesting thing that some of the other YouTube videos, some of the other YouTubers who went over to China had noticed was there is a little fan that cools down your phone on the phone charger, and the North America model doesn't have it. So someone asked Lars about that today at the event, and Lars basically said, well, the China phone charging standards are higher and faster than the US, and so you need a little bit of extra cooling power because everything gets so hot, whereas here in the US you don't, because we're only charging at 15 watts. But rest assured, when the charging standards are bumped up, that they will include the fan here in the US.
This car is gonna sell like crazy.
Freaking hotcakes. Yeah. It's gonna sell.
I mean, we know it because the Y sells like crazy and everyone wants a bigger Tesla. The full-size SUV haters out there are gonna continue to hate because it's not large enough for them. What are you gonna do? Maybe they'll have a... Are we allowed to say what Lars said today?
Sure. What did Lars say today?
At the Q&A.
What did he say?
I asked. So is it safe to say that this is the last, outside of the Roadster, this is the last
new Tesla
launch with a steering wheel? And he looked at me and he's like, oh boy. Or no, when I was saying it, he knew exactly where I was going. He was like, oh boy. And then he says, I plead the fifth. I don't know. Interpret that how you will. It's not an admission of guilt. It's also not a no. It's not a yes. I think he just doesn't want to say. Obviously, if I were him, I would probably say the same thing. Like, I can't say.
He wasn't going to answer you.
He wasn't going to answer me, but I was curious how he was going to answer me. He paused and thought about it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the rumors are true. Maybe we're going to get a robo SUV, and maybe that's why they didn't make this one as large.
A cyber SUV? Cyber SUV? Cybertruck?
Sorry, what did
SUV?
I say?
You
yes.
said robo SUV.
Yeah.
This is a robo SUV.
We're going to get a robo SUV. I mean, in the sense of we're going to get a robo van. We know that. And we're obviously the cyber van. We get the cyber cab.
Yeah.
But are we going to get something based on the Cybertruck? Like a Cybertruck, but an SUV that's like a big, full-size, like, SUV? I don't know. I used to say no way, no way, no way, but maybe.
I feel like they've toyed with the idea.
I feel like they don't even know.
Yeah. I think they're going to see how this one does. Something that they said on the most recent earnings call was that people are coming into Tesla showrooms and they're saying, I want the one that I want FSD.
Yeah.
What car comes with it?
You're like, take your pick.
Take your pick.
Yeah, it's cool to see people finally waking up to FSD. Like, everyone, like you said, I keep seeing more and more videos on my feed of, like, people literally being like, I bought a Tesla for FSD. You never would hear that in the past. I met people today, car creators, who had never driven FSD, and they were really excited to try it. And then they loved it. They're raving about it. They're like, I get it now. Like, I didn't get it, but now I get it. And we're like, yeah, welcome to 2026.
It's funny for us because we're like...
used to it.
We're used to it now. Well, we've grown up with FSD, essentially. Well, we've
had it for a while.
We've owned Teslas since 2020.
We've been beta testers.
6 years. So we've been beta testing the software for 6 years. And like autopilot, like the original autopilot was cool and it was ahead of its time for sure. No one else had that. But now everyone has like the equivalent of what autopilot was, and people think that, oh, my car can drive itself. It's like, no, it can stay between the lanes and it can make lane changes. But the difference between FSD and some of those other systems,
Point A to point B with a parking.
Yeah.
With
but
the
it's
parking.
like if a vehicle is coming is going to have a head-on collision with you, will your car be smart enough to break the rules, jump over the double yellow line to avoid a head-on collision?
Yeah.
And I think that's like the litmus test, right? It's like, is your car actually smart, or is it just like pretend smart? Overall opinion, out of 5 stars. 5 out of 5?
What's a 5? I don't know.
I feel like this is my favorite new car that we've driven. Out of any of the cars we've driven this year.
Yeah.
I mean, jumping into it like as if it's a brand new car, as if it's a blank slate. Like,
right.
Never have it driven a Model Y.
Because I would say,
wow,
if an X is a 5, this is like a 4.5 in my book.
She loves those doors.
I'm sorry.
She's a door slut.
I'm a slut for the doors. And I just like the look of the X. Like, I mean, mine's in frost blue, so it's gorgeous. It's the best spec.
Can't get the YL in frost blue.
Not yet. So, I mean, I'm biased to say I like my car more than this car, but this is a really, really good car. So, you can't buy my car, so there you go. Doesn't even matter. But you can't get it used, so there's that. Yeah, it's great. It's a good car.
If you don't need the doors, like, there's no reason to get the X.
No, if you don't care about the doors,
I don't think there's a reason.
Then there's absolutely no reason. I mean, there's like slightly more space.
I mean,
not a lot,
yeah.
making not a big difference in your everyday life.
Okay, like the one super niche thing that the X would be slightly better at is it can tow 5,000 pounds. And this car can tow 3,500. So if you're someone who's like, yeah, we have a boat and it's 4,000 pounds and I take it to the lake, 12 weekends a year or whatever, and you just need a car that can tow you're not going to tow like 500 miles
then
of this
you want
thing.
a Cybertruck.
You want a Cybertruck, but I'm saying, like, if you don't,
yeah,
if you're one of those people who maybe like you don't need a truck to tow. A lot of people can tow with like an SUV. A lot of people do tow with an SUV.
Yeah,
we've
towed with our Y.
Yeah, if you go to the boat ramp, like, you're gonna see people putting their boat in with an SUV, and so the X can tow 5,000. This can tow 3,500. 3,500 gets you jet skis or a small boat. Like, our boat's right at 3,500. So
yeah, that's a good point.
That would be
the
like
range is less than the X. The X is more like 350. Mm-hmm. But Lars did say it's going to be at least 325. He said that EPA isn't officially out yet. They're working with them, and he basically alluded to the fact that it's going to be higher. So maybe
minimum
it's
325.
Yeah, maybe it's like 335.
I also feel like the real world range has gotten so much better on Teslas, because it used to be like they would tell you the EPA range, and it's like you don't really get anywhere close to that. That's
I feel like how has our X been?
Perfect driving conditions.
I feel
the X has been good.
Who are we talking to? I think people with an older X have a very different experience than we've had. I've noticed that because, like, we were talking to Dan from What's Inside, and he used to own an X.
2017 X, I think he said.
I don't think he still does.
Yeah, he said it got in an accident, and
that's right.
They got rid of it.
Yeah. And he had some negative things to say about it, and every point he made, I was like, I don't experience that. Like, I haven't had that issue. You know what I mean? Like, I'm obviously only 7 months into my car, so we will see. But
Tesla always just makes incremental updates to whatever vehicle. So yeah, if you have an older Model X, it's like a totally different experience, I think.
Yeah, I think.
But I think a lot of people with older X's are probably wondering, like, hey, is the Model Y my next car? And I think it is.
I think it is, and I think most people will buy this.
Yeah.
I think most people will opt for a new car with all the warranty, yada yada, all the brand newness of a Model Y over a used X, unless you like find just like a really good deal on a used X, with obviously you need hardware for. And yeah, you can get them for 10 to 15 grand more, but and the used market might continue to come down for X's. Obviously, it's on a peak right now, but yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
Either way, you're gonna be in a great car, and we're gonna see this one everywhere. That's for sure.
I think the newest Tesla is always the best Tesla.
It's probably true. Yeah.
I think it is.
Because they're always putting the best stuff in it.
Yeah.
They're always making little changes.
I mean, even the fact of like, you know, what the improvements they did on the roof. Adding cooling seats to the second row. Like the armrest thing, that's new. No one's ever had that
Like,
before.
if you hadn't bought me my X,
these cushions,
would we be buying this car, or would we be shopping for a used X?
We would be buying this car.
Yeah, and I would just be convincing
Why not?
myself that I don't need the doors.
Why not?
Which I don't. I mean, that's a first world problem. You don't have to have the doors. You can just squeeze your kid in like a normal person with a normal... Like, most people don't have... The only people who have doors like that are minivan drivers, so... Yeah.
No, I think this is the car for... This is the car for anyone who regularly transports more than 2 people.
Or, to your point, anyone.
Yeah.
Because why not? If you have the extra money, you might as well get a little bit bigger car, and also get some of the upgrades that they made with this over the other Y. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Should we get one?
Replace which car?
Just
not mine.
Have a third. We're definitely keeping the Cybertruck, and we're definitely keeping the Frost Blue Model X.
Yeah.
Because you can't replace that. So...
But if I ever total that car, which I would never will,
don't even say that. That's
then
so brutal.
I would get this one next, I guess. But
cool.
All right.
Thanks for hanging in there. If you've made it this long, make sure to like and subscribe to Danny's channel for more cool car content. See ya.
Bye.